Hey you, welcome to my channel. Just me, Abby. Okay, this is technically my very first video here. I do have another channel here if you want to check it out. I just thought I'd make a channel that's more about me and another way for you guys to get to know me better. My other channel is more about chronic illnesses and visible diseases, and I vlog my family. So here's a little something different. So I'm going to set up my camera and I'm going to share a few crazy stories with you. Before we get started, just let me tell you that it feels a little awkward sharing this short story. On my other channel, yes, we get really personal and stuff. This is really, it's a different kind of personal. But I will do my best. I'm going to be giving you a series of different babysitters. Let's see, there's four. I think there's 4 different babysitters I could tell you about. I made sure to call Mom and make sure I knew the main parts of this because some of them a lot of it happened when I was a lot younger. Alright, to give you a little background story, it was pretty much just my mom raising us 3 kids, single. She was a single parent. And we moved around a lot. And when I mean a lot, I mean, see, we counted together like 13 different homes before I hit 2nd grade. So it was a lot of moving to go on. So unfortunately, Mom couldn't always have my grandma, Evie, as a babysitter. She was always working at least 2 jobs. Sometimes it was 3. But she was doing all she could. It was hard for her to find a good babysitter. She thought they were good because a lot of them were her friends. Actually, all of them were her friends. So she thought. I don't know the first one's name, so we're just gonna call her Creepy Lady. We're living in a trailer court, and Mom hated living there. It was kind of a bad trailer court. It wasn't the greatest. We didn't know at the time, but yeah, later found out it wasn't so good. I remember the landlord being really sweet though. They'd always give us those little golden pieces of candy. I forgot what they're called. They look like dog dishes. It's the best way I could describe them. But he was an awesome landlord. It was the people in the trailer court. This creepy lady moved in right across from us. And she had a son, and he was about 17, 18 years old. And his name was Josh. Which is funny, is because one of my brother's name is Josh. But my brother Josh lived with my grandmother at this time. So, Mom got to be friends with this person. My mom could party back in the day. And not in a bad way, if that makes sense. She took really good care of us kids. She was a very good mother and a very good father. And she could work all day long, but she always read us a bedtime story at night. So don't get it in your mind that just because she would have her fun times too, that she wasn't a good mother. She was a very good mother. Really got to know each other. They got to be really good friends. I really didn't know her. She would probably come over and play a game of cards and have a drink while us kids were in bed. Not drink to get obliviated, but just to have a little adult time. Well, this lady, I haven't really met her. She knows that Mom would have a hard time at times to find a babysitter. We did go to daycare, and I remember having a really good time at daycare. It was a blast, but it was expensive. Mom had these kids, and she was a single parent. So to flip that bill, she just couldn't make ends meet at the time. So her friend has offered to watch us. So that's when Mom decided that I was going to meet this lady. Mom said I was about 4 at the time, and I remember it really clearly. I remember it was really sunny and warm out when Mom brought me over there. So we go meet this lady, and she had the longest toenails. The longest toenails I've ever seen. And she was so proud of them. They were so long, she literally had her fronts of her shoes cut off because her nails wouldn't fit in her shoes if she didn't. I just waved and I standing next to Mom, and I won't forget this for the life of me. She told me, she's like, "Oh, I'm sure you'd be a good girl, because if you weren't a good girl, I'd make you chew on my toenails.
Chew on my toenails.
Oh. And if you guys could just see what they look like. Oh. And then she just laughed, and she had a creepy laugh to match her creepy toes. It was brutal, you guys. It was really brutal. Okay, I don't want to take too long on this, but long story short, they laughed, and I hid behind Mom. I don't remember her so much watching me and my brother. I remember her son. Like I said, his name was Josh, and I remember one time, Dustin, ADHD, was very, very hyperactive kid. And this one time he took off playing with him, messing with Josh, the babysitter. Because he would watch occasionally when the mother couldn't, when the creepy lady couldn't. A time that the sitter, Josh, went to bring me and my brother Dustin home, I was really hard of hearing. And I guess I would talk, but you couldn't make sense of what I was saying. Usually my brother could, because we played a lot together. Could sometimes translate for my mom or whoever what I was saying. We're exactly 2 years apart, both born May 15th. So we were like best buds. Everyone would call us twins. Anyways, he went to bring us over, and I don't know exactly how it happened, but my brother ended up telling my mom, without Josh knowing, that he hurts me. And my mom said, "What do you mean he hurts her?" And Dustin said that he would just hurt me. That's all he really said. So Mom took me in another room, and she stripped my clothes off, and she said she'd seen bruises everywhere on me. Just what you want to see with your 4-year-old, right? Now, I know I did do some talking. I know sometimes I could understand a little bit. Hearing was a big problem for me until I got older and had all these surgeries. Then I could finally hear, like, a lot better than what I could then. I could hear enough to understand now. I don't remember what happened after that, but my mom said her blood was just boiling, which, oh yeah, you know, whose wouldn't? Any parent that cared, they would have been bothered by that. She says that she just couldn't believe the marks and bruises I had on me. She ran out there and grabbed him by his hair and ran over next door to his mother, her friend, and just let him have it. And that was the end of it. And she had found another sitter for us. But little did she know it was going to be another rotten sitter. Okay, now the next sitter was another one of my friends.